A pastor in England has stirred up a very heated debate. Last Sunday during his sermon, Father Tim Jones broke off from the traditional nativity story and said this: "My advice as a Christian priest to those at the bottom of the social ladder is to shoplift. I would ask that they do not steal from small family businesses, but from large national businesses, knowing that the costs are ultimately passed on to the rest of us in the form of higher prices." CBS News correspondent Elizabeth Palmer has more.
Recession-battered retailers in Britain are desperate for a trickle of profit from this year's seasonal buying spree. So for them, Father Tim Jones' Christmas sermon was anything but glad tidings. Reverend Jones knew his remarks would provoke.
It's a dangerous thing to say, and it's born out of a deep frustration at the plight of people living at the very bottom.
Back on the street now,
Life at the bottom of a society more interested in consuming than in charity can drive the destitute to desperate acts like violent crime. And in that case, says Reverend Jones, shoplifting is a better alternative.
Rather than hurt themselves or turn to prostitution or start engaging in the kind of crime which is deeply traumatizing and damaging to people, such as burglary or mugging, I would rather that the rest of society be forgiving if people take a can of beans from the shop to tide them over.
On London streets, Christmas shoppers understood the vicar wasn't promoting crime so much as a debate.
He's doing it to make a point, to shock people into realising that actually the system isn't working. People are falling through the gaps.
I wouldn't advocate they should shoplift, but I think one should have every understanding of people who are in difficulty at Christmas.
Well, I know it's wrong, but I sympathise with the people. I hope they get away with it, truthfully.
The Anglican church elders were less forgiving. In a statement, they made clear, whatever the circumstances, the bottom line has never changed. Thou shalt not steal. Elizabeth Palmer, CBS News, London.